Voting has begun in Finland's parliamentary elections, with opinion polls pointing to a tight contest. Voting has begun in Finland's parliamentary elections, with opinion polls pointing to a tight contest. Prime Minister Sanna Marin's Social Democrats are facing tough competition from Petteri Orpo's centre-right National Coalition Party and Riikka Purra's right-wing populists, the Finns.
Nyt maalit kaikki on mahdollista. Tai sanotaan, että kenestä tulee suurin.
Hyvä, että paljon ihmisiä on käynyt jo ennakkoäänestämässä, niin ehkä nousee äänestysprosenttikin tänä vuonna.
Tosi jännittyneenä. Nämä on tosi mielenkiintoiset vaalit.
With each of the main three parties expected to take about 20% of the vote, a coalition government of some form is the most likely outcome. In all, 22 parties are vying for the 200 seats in Finland's parliament. First estimations of the result are expected this evening, after the polls close at 8 p.m. local time. Israeli police use water cannon to clear thousands of protesters blocking a Tel Aviv highway. It's the 13th consecutive week of demonstrations against controversial proposals to overhaul the justice system that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has paused but not abandoned.
שמחה שיש הידברות, ואני רוצה שידברו, ואני רוצה שיראו אם אפשר להגיע לאיזה מצב שיהיה שווה, אבל בינתיים אני לא רואה סיבה לעצור את המחאה.
Netanyahu argues that the Knesset needs more powers to rein in a liberal and overly interventionist court of unelected judges. But opponents say the changes would damage the country's system of checks and balances, and also claim Netanyahu has a conflict of interest as a criminal defendant.
One of the most effective military units tasked with shooting down Russian drones as Moscow's invasion of Ukraine continues. That's how officials in Kyiv are describing an experienced squad who are using off-road vehicles equipped with machine guns and shoulder-fired missiles to defend their territory. These troops have been put into teams of 4 and are on a tight schedule. They typically receive a warning of an incoming drone just 15 minutes before it's due to land. Meanwhile, Russian Defence Chief Sergei Shoigu has promised to provide invading forces with more high-precision weapons. This after his ministry released footage of what it described as Su-25 ground attack aircraft, which are being used in targeted attacks on military facilities and equipment in Ukraine. They claim camouflaged fortified field positions and armoured vehicles were destroyed.
After a monster storm system with multiple tornadoes tore through the South and Midwest states in the US on Friday, the big cleanup has begun. At least 26 people were killed as homes were shredded and shopping centres demolished.
Right now for me is just to clean up what I can and then get this cleared and then try to see who else I can help and what I can do to help, and then see about the school and what we can do to get that back in order.
Around 400,000 people in 5 states lost their electricity. The governor of Arkansas has declared a state of emergency, activating statewide assistance and help from the National Guard. The storm happened a week after tornadoes ripped through Mississippi, killing 26.
A series of avalanches have claimed the lives of 4 people in northern Norway, including one Slovakian and an Italian national. Strong winds and huge amounts of snow continue to fall, while authorities have urged locals in the Nordland, Troms and Finnmark regions to evacuate their homes. Police say there is a high risk of landslides in these areas and have warned travellers to stay away. Expert skiers have been advised to only use certified guides. A barn was also destroyed and 140 goats were swept into the sea.